The Cathari had been dying for 3 cycles now, their pale blue blood seeping into the crystalline floors of their dying homeworld. Ambassador HFY pressed her trembling fingers against the quantum communicator, sending yet another desperate plea across the galactic networks. The response, as always, was silence. "The Galactic Council has made its decision," she whispered to her aide, her voice barely audible above the hum of failing life support systems. "We are expendable." The plague had started in the outer colonies, a synthetic virus engineered by the hegemony as a weapon of conquest. It targeted the Cathari's unique cellular structure, turning their crystalline bones brittle and their advanced neural networks into static. Within months, it had spread to every Cathari world, leaving behind ghost cities and empty spaceports. The Council's response had been swift and brutal: complete quarantine. No aid, no medical supplies, no evacuation ships. The Cathari were to be left to die, sacrificed to prevent the spread of what the Council termed an acceptable loss for galactic security. 3 billion souls, abandoned. Captain Sarah Chen received the encrypted transmission, while her ship, the USS Defiance, patrolled the Outer Rim territories. The message was fragmentary, bouncing through a dozen relay stations to avoid Council detection. As she decoded the Cathari plea for help, her hands clenched into fists. "Ma'am," her first officer, Lieutenant Torres, approached cautiously. "The Council's orders are explicit. Any ship that breaks quarantine will be branded as contaminated and destroyed." Chen stared at the tactical display, showing the Cathari system, surrounded by a ring of Council warships maintaining the blockade. Humanity had only recently been granted membership in the Galactic Council, a junior partner among species that had ruled the stars for millennia. They were expected to follow orders, not question them. "How many ships do we have in this sector?" she asked. 17 vessels, including 3 heavy cruisers. "But Captain, if we violate the quarantine, we'll be starting a war," Chen finished. "I know." She thought of her daughter back on Earth, playing in fields under a yellow sun. She thought of the billions of humans who had looked to the stars with hope, believing they had found their place among civilized species. Then she thought of 3 billion Cathari children dying alone while the galaxy watched. "Send a message to all human vessels," she commanded. "Priority Alpha. We're going in." The response was immediate. Captain Rodriguez of the Yorktown was first to reply, "Understood. We stand with you." Captain Okafor of the Lagos, "My crew volunteers." "We stand with you." One by one, every human ship in the sector confirmed their participation. They knew the cost. They knew they might never see home again. But they had made their choice. The human fleet approached the Cathari system in battle formation, their weapons powered down, but shields raised. The Council blockade, consisting of Rex dreadnoughts and Altarian cruisers, immediately moved to intercept. "Unknown human vessels, you are in violation of Galactic Council Resolution 2847, came the transmission from the Rex flagship. "Withdraw immediately or be destroyed." Chen opened a channel to the entire sector, broadcasting on all frequencies so every species could hear. "This is Captain Sarah Chen of the Terran Federation. We reject Resolution 2847. We reject the abandonment of innocent beings to death and suffering. We reject a galaxy that values political convenience over moral courage. Today, humanity chooses to stand with the Cathari. Today, we choose to stand with life." The first shots came from the Altarian cruiser Severance. Plasma bolts lanced across space, striking the Defiance's shields. Chen didn't return fire. None of the human ships did. "All vessels, maintain course," she ordered. "Medical ships, prepare for atmospheric entry." The Council fleet unleashed everything they had. The human formation began to buckle under the assault. The destroyer Challenger exploded in a burst of fusion fire. The cruiser Mumbai lost its port engine array and began to spin out of control. Still, the remaining ships pressed forward. And then, something extraordinary happened. From the Proxima system came the Deltan healer ships, their hulls marked with ancient medical symbols. From the Rigel colonies came a fleet of independent traders, humans and non-humans working together. From systems across the Outer Rim, ships began to emerge from hyperspace Cathari expatriates, human colonists, even some council species who had grown disgusted with their government's actions. "This is Captain Veltar of the Deltan Medical Corps," came a transmission. "We stand with you. Rigel Trade Union, reporting for duty. We stand with you. Free Centauri Republic. We stand with you." The Council fleet found itself outnumbered 3-1. More importantly, they found themselves facing an alliance they hadn't anticipated, species and factions, united not by politics or territory, but by a simple moral principle that life had value regardless of the cost of preserving it. Faced with the prospect of a galaxy-wide civil war, the Council fleet withdrew. The rescue operation took weeks. Human medical ships worked alongside Cathari scientists to synthesize a cure for the synthetic plague. The crystalline cities of the Cathari homeworld slowly came back to life as the blue blood of their people was cleansed of the hegemony's poison. Ambassador Zexhai stood in the bridge of the Defiance as the last of the medical transports departed. Her people would live. Her children would see another sunrise over their crystal spires. "Why?" she asked Captain Chen. "Your species barely knows us. You risked everything for strangers." Chen looked out at the stars, where ships from dozens of species worked together in the aftermath of their defiance. "Because that's who we choose to be," she said simply. "We believe that in this vast, cold universe, we have to stand for each other. All of us. The Galactic Council would never be the same." The rescue of the Cathari sparked a reformation that spread across the galaxy, as species after species began to question the old ways of doing things. Humanity had shown them something different, not the right of the strong to dominate the weak, but the responsibility of the living to protect life itself. And in the crystal archives of the Cathari homeworld, they inscribed humanity's words in letters of light. "We stand with you," a promise that echoed across the stars, changing everything.